All right, hopefully this might be a quick meeting, although probably should knock on wood when I say that. The first two items, as a reminder, the P2P optimization, transaction propagation, and the RAM limitation fixes. Both of these items are in ENF's hands to continue to write up requirements and more details around that. As we've stated in the past couple of weeks, this is being delayed just till we get our next release out. However, that release is coming up on us. So in the next couple of weeks, hopefully we'll give updates to say we have some time opening up to jump back into that. So any questions, comments on that? All right. The next item is the coalition top-off. The only open item on this is just there was a low priority, but Douglas, you had the item you wanted to present, so we're leaving this on here. Is this something we want to attempt to add on Monday, or
like you said, it's a low priority thing. I think it's something that we can talk about any Monday that we, have any Monday meeting that we have where we have time, where we're not more pressing things. I thought we might have talked about it this Monday, but it was canceled due to the President's Day holiday, which totally makes sense. Maybe we'll talk about it next Monday, but I don't think we should have the initial discussion here because it's a bit in the weeds.
Is it done though? Like, is it ready to talk? Because I guess we've been bringing up this item now for
Yeah. I know.
I just remove it, or
I did the calculations and stuff. It's. I can post it and we can talk about it. We could talk about it offline as well. So if you'd like to, and then we could just decide later whether that's something that needs to go into the meeting. I can do that as well. I just don't think we should introduce it here. It's a lot of, here's scenario 1, scenario 2. It's like going to the, optometrist office and looking at slightly different things and trying to decide which is better.
Yeah, it'd be okay if it was presented in chat, and then when we talk about it in a meeting, at least we have some prep. That would work for me.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I will put that on the agenda for Monday, and then Douglas, if you could post it into chat. Today would be preferable. Give everybody as much time to digest.
Yeah. Will do.
All right. All right. Next item is the Ledger app. Now, I do know Adam has reached out, and people are working on their digital assets and contents. And so this is moving pretty well. I think the open item, it's not even really for this group. It's more of a status report. There's a couple content places, both on the app and the website, that we need to identify. And so that's being worked through now. So for those of you who have not sent Adam back the digital assets for your chains, I would encourage you to do that so we can keep things moving on. I do want to call out and thank Lucas, because apparently he sent that back like lightning fast. So Adam made sure to bring that up. With that in mind, was there anything else people wanted to comment on this, or were there questions that I can track down? All right. Excellent. Next item was status on the peer-to-peer discovery. Oops. No, I'm sorry. The next item was, Antler. Okay. So, I thought I'd throw the slide up for people to take a look at. Those of you watching a video, feel free to pause and read every word of this if you want. But the generalized item is things are going well. The schedule is marked yellow because there's a little bit of slippage by only, you can see up here, 5 days. But if you look at the bottom timeline, you can see that other things are running ahead of schedule. And ultimately, this is going out in the overall release, which there's, at this point, no expected risk of hitting that. So even though we're marking the schedule yellow, I don't think the overall timeline of when it will be available to the public is going to be affected one way or the other. Any questions about that? Comments? Okay. I believe the next item is peer-to-peer discovery. Again, here's the slide. We are at the very beginning of this. The Fudan project team officially launched their working group. We've got the schedule. You can see it down there at both the bottom and the key milestones. So we will be tracking this, but I really just wanted to put this slide up so everybody understood that this is going to move forward solidly as a project. We don't necessarily need to get into the weeds every single week unless there are overall issues that we feel, might impact the overall project. And again, feel free to pause here if you want to read all of the words. Otherwise, are there any questions or comments on this item? Okay. Moving on. The next one is also a status report. Guillaume, I have the instant finality slide up. Are there any updates you want to provide on this?
So we did have a call on Tuesday with the NF engineers. So we submitted since then the revised pseudocode and mathematical proofs. So that's waiting for review. And then we're also working on the updated scope for the aggregate signatures. We should have that ready for review probably next week as well. So yeah, we're sticking to these revised milestone dates.
Thank you. Any questions for Guillaume? All right. Next one is the update on the SDK. Aaron, would you like to walk us through where we're at?
Sure thing. We've basically submitted milestone 3 over there on the right as completed. It is the instantiation of sessions as well as the ability to transact. We are pretty deep into number 4 at this point. I know the date shows yesterday for estimated. I'd say we're probably 75 to 80% done on that milestone now. The big part missing is localization. We're trying to figure out where to shoehorn that in. But otherwise, we're moving along. If you're paying attention into the Wharf channel, you've kind of seen some animations of problems it's already starting to solve. We're excited to get this in the hands of developers and start getting some feedback.
All right, and I should also add for anybody watching, if you're wondering about the dates, these status reports are like snapping a line and here it's the report date is as of the 17th of February, which is the most recent. And so that's why some of these updates, not just for this project, but others, people will say, well, this might be completed even if it's not marked here. That's where you might see some discrepancies. Any questions or comments for Aaron? All right, and that brings us through today's agenda. Is there anything else people would like to discuss today? I feel like you guys are holding back because you want to set a record on this meeting. And I'm okay with that.
No issues with setting that record.
Yeah, if we don't have any other business, let's just adjourn.
Yep, that's where I was going. So thank you, everybody, for today. I'll talk to some of you on Monday and others online.
Cheers, everybody. Thank you.
Cheers. Rest of your week. Thank you.